obviously it was very strange when we first got your picture, from your managers, because you were exactly the image that Megan had for the character of Rose. And when we met you, we just didn't have to look any further. I'm just curious to see what inspired you to want to do this movie in terms of the part of Rose.
The script was, it was a myriad of things. It was first of all, the issue about insurance. And I, like most everyone, believes that everyone should be insured. And secondly, it was a love story that was so, tight and beautiful, and just these two people that had a real camaraderie about them. And I was just so interested in that, because rarely do you see that. And the other thing, getting back to the camaraderie between them, is the script had such wonderful humor to it, and it really struck that chord of the way couples really interact and talk to each other and joke with each other and tease each other, even in the face of tragedy, of what could be tragedy.
That's great. That's great. It's interesting because, there's not a whole lot of movies right now that they make about couples that have been married for many, many years. And I think it's refreshing to see and give a little bit of that message that, love is long-lasting and people stay together through thick and thin, And you were so great in it. The dynamic between you and John Hurt and the chemistry is just so wonderful. And how was it like working with him?
Megan, somebody on the set said, have you guys worked with each other before? Do you know each other? And I said, no, but I feel as though I've known him for 1,000 years. And he's just one of those people, and he's so brilliant. He's so easy to work with. It's wonderful to work with him. He makes it really easy.
Oh, great. I know Megan said to me that when she had lunch with the two of you, it was just like watching Walter and Rose.
He's a whole bunch of fun, and so that comes through, and then, so it makes everything else easier, because I love that about him, and so there's just that natural, at least for me, there's just that natural, fun, familial feeling when it has to be that way in the movie. And then also, that feeling of, I don't want to leave this man, that's there also.
I'm very proud of the project, and I think also I'm very impressed with Megan, first-time director, obviously a woman. Did you feel at ease right away working with?
I mean, she just sees everything that's going on, and if there's a rough patch, she knows how to approach the actor and say, I need this from you. She goes, we were at lunch one day, and she goes, I'm going back in and we're going to reshoot some of that scene. It was a dramatic scene. And she said, I need you to cry. And I'd just eaten my entire lunch. I said, now you tell me? Why didn't you tell me before lunch? She goes, I'm sorry. It just came to me. I need you to on this. I said, okay. Anyway, that was funny. I was teasing her. I said, now you tell me. But she's just wonderful. I mean, and the whole crew, it's such and I know John felt this way too, or feels this way. It's such an easy set to be on. My hat's off to Megan for that, because, and to you and your mother, because you assembled this incredible crew. And it just runs like a nice choo-choo train, just chugs along perfectly. It's got a great pace. Everybody's got a great attitude.
It does. Because, what I've seen is there's definitely, ageism in Hollywood, and more so for the woman than there is for the man. I've seen that there's not a lot of juicy parts for anybody really above 30. The same thing is in the directing even. So I was wondering, how has it affected you as an actress?
I was going over my script last night and I was thinking, I'll bet that there's going to be a slew of movies and shows now that do aim. I just had a feeling that will, utilize older actors. I mean, the characters will be written older because you've got a whole audience out there.
Exactly.
Of people. Anyway, this, this is certainly a beautiful role for an actor of my age, and it's just a godsend. It's just a blessing to be able to play this. And then there are things now that when I was 30 years old, I wouldn't have understood a lot of this. I mean, so it's just a real, I don't want to say pleasure, but it is. It's a pleasure and an honor to be able to play this.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I really hope it resonates with the audiences. I really do. Because like I said, there's so many people that they want to see movies, about adults, not cars blowing up and explosions and everything, but about human relationships. And, you and John and everybody in the cast have definitely accomplished, the task of really, really connecting. I mean, from what I saw on the monitor, it looks like something that people would connect to. So thank you for being part of this.
Thank you.